Hi, everybody. Come see me in Atlantic City, February 3rd at the Borgata Resort Spa and Casino. February 4th. Where are you, Patriot fans? Wicked Pissa. It's going to be retarded. I'm at Foxwoods Theater, February 4th. Atlantic City, Borgata, February 3rd. Foxwoods, February 4th. Holler.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Unchained, nothing stays the same. Some things do stay the same. So some things do stay the same, and that is every Thursday, like clockwork. We're up in this piece. Mohr Stories, the number 6th rated podcast in the entire world. We're glad you could make it. Of course, we got Matty Cohen, the wonderful podcast Bagged and Boarded. You can check his out. He's our producer and engineer. And we got this homeboy right here. Ryan Sickler is in the house. What's up?
I'm fired up to be here.
You are fired up. We had a great weekend this week, you and me.
It was an awesome. This is the best weekend I've had in quite some time.
Comedically, we're talking.
Comedically, yeah.
Stand-up comedy. Ryan and I were at the Irvine Improv down at the Irvine Spectrum. First of all, huge shout-outs to everybody in Orange County. Huge shout-outs to everybody down there. And those crowds were like, first of all, 7 sold-out shows is like, that's going old school.
That's very old school. I haven't seen that in the Irvine Improv in years.
That's very...
Dude, they came out. They were energetic from the get-go. They were there to have a good time. Your crowds are seriously the best crowds.
I've been told by management across the country that my crowds tip really well. Like, I think they're all like super happy, and the waitresses and waiters...
They're white crowds. What you're saying.
I guess. I'm not going to go racial. I refuse. Okay. No, of course I will. No, obviously it's a very white crowd. And there was like a big table of lesbians. Do you remember them on Friday?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're lesbians. Like they announced it. And I felt so happy that there was a crossover. And I was also kind of proud when I went home, not to sound douchey, like this is what I really liked about me this weekend.
It's more
like,
stories.
There was no like, yeah, you guys eat each other's boxes? How hot is that? It was just like 12 lesbians. And I was like, I'm so glad. I was genuinely like,
thank you for being here.
And they were there to see us. Like it was just, we're here. And we just happen to be lesbians.
Well, I like the fact that you do a 2-person show. I agree with you completely. 3's just, it's too much. Just
by 2-person, you mean just
comedically
you
on
and
stage? Yeah.
There's no MC.
Yeah, you hate the MC.
I don't hate the MC. It's just I want to get up there. It's like De Niro in Raging Bull when he goes, "I feel as good as I'm going to feel. I got to get in there. Then I know how I feel." How do you feel, Jake? I feel as good as I'm going to feel. I got to get in it. I know how I feel. Drink up, Jake. It's ginger ale. Look at him taking me seriously. So when you have an MC, it's like an MC goes up, does like 15 minutes usually,
15,
and then brings up the middle act. Neither of which you've come to see.
Neither.
So then the middle act leaves. Then the MC, who is the weakest person on the show, goes up a second time.
Yep.
For 5 minutes.
Yep.
It just, the whole dynamic doesn't make sense to me. And then
but you can tell the MC, just bring me up. They don't have to go up and do time.
Yeah, but why send a guy up just to introduce me? It seems almost like you're a dictator, like, go on stage and announce my arrival. Tell them I'm coming and I'm born of heaven, Mount Pikachu.
That's what they get paid $50 in chicken fingers for, man. To do that.
But then if you do a 2-man show,
it's just better.
You're doing the opener a favor, I think, because you can get that $50 and the extra chicken fingers.
Hell yeah, man.
If you're smart enough to go, Now look here, man. There ain't no MC on this show. I expect MC money, and I got chicken fingers to go on top of what I ate already in the green room. And put some more Vicks in the vaporizer, man.
Yeah, I like that you get that going in the green room.
Huh?
I like that you get that going in the green room.
Well, we did 3 shows on Saturday, so I have to have a vaporizer just so I don't lose my voice because I shout a lot because I get excited.
Well, when's the last time you did the 11?
Last time I was in Irvine.
Yeah.
I did, but it wasn't completely juiced out. I think the podcast has a lot to do with it. So I'm looking forward to going to Lake Borgata February 3rd. And that's not like a gratuitous plug. Ryan and I were talking before we came on. Like, we are super excited going forward. Stand up. I think people are starting to use their disposable income back on stand up. There was a lull for a while, unless you were Mexican or black.
Yep.
For white comics.
Totally.
People think we're joking around. Barry, I like when Barry's on, because Barry's like, it is almost impossible for a white comic in front of a white audience to get a standing ovation. You have to kill 10 times in a row at your home club. If you do that, get a helmet. So when Barry talks about race, it's almost like it's the official it's been notarized.
But what I like, and maybe it is the podcast and everything, but I saw your the Rome crowd in there. I saw the Housewives of Orange County crowd in there. It was a mixture of everything going on right now in there. And you'd be like, where are these people? And they would yell out, and everyone.
Kevin and Bean, huge Kevin and Bean.
Yeah, they all came out, and everyone was there to have a good time.
It's weird for me when people come up to me and say, well, it's weird anyway when somebody says, hey, where do I know you from? Like, I have to do, it's not like I'm like the guy from fucking Spin City and that's what I did. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Does that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a gig.
I have
like Howie Mandel could go deal or no deal, and they go yes, and that's it. But I have to guess the person across from me. Jerry Maguire is like the number one male between 20 and 50, and if it's a woman, I go right to Ghost Whisperer. And then sometimes they go, no, I don't really watch TV. And then in the immortal words of Joe Torre, do you know this Joe Torre story? He walks out to take David Cohn off the mound in the World Series. Joe Torre told me this story. And he goes to take David Cohn off the mound, and David Cohn goes, I feel real good, Joe. And Joe Torre goes, then what the fuck am I doing out here? I mean, that's like a Buddhist story.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel when people go, no, never saw Picture Perfect. No, and it's like, then what the fuck am I doing out here? I would be in my room right now, but instead I'm between two cars in a lot going through my fucking IMDb page.
Who do you get most incorrectly?
Who do people ask me if I am?
Yeah.
It's if I say it to you, you'll think I'm joking.
What's it, like Denzel?
Owen Wilson and Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
Yeah, and believe me, it's beyond absurd to me. Like, Matthew McConaughey to me is like the hottest guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
no offense.
I mean, I don't really know what chicks look like. Like, I'm super happy and sated. Like, I got one woman. I'm that guy. Like, I got one place to put it for the rest of my life. Couldn't be happier. So, like, when you go, like, is she pretty? I go, like, I really have to look at the photo and go, I don't know. Huh? But, like, I'll look at, like, McConaughey doing yoga on the beach, and I'm like, look at this motherfucker, how hot he is. This guy. And people make fun of him. You know what I mean? Like, He's on the beach in Malibu, 10 million liquid, doing yoga, holding a fucking Coors Light.
Beating the ass off of him, yeah.
Yeah, like, and like, 4% body fat, and they're like, what an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, get over you. When do you put a shirt on? What? Why? Why would you put a shirt on if you look like him? And Owen Wilson, I think, is funny, but I don't think we look that much alike.
Your nose is way better.
Thank you, sweet.
Yeah, man.
Who do people say you look like?
I've been getting Danny McBride out the ass for the last couple of years. I had a guy this weekend, as a matter of fact, come up to me in Irvine and go, you know who you look like? And I'm like, Danny McBride. And he's like, nope, Eastbound and Down. I'm like, that's Danny McBride, you dumb motherfucker.
Audiences are smarter than you think, and they're dumber than you think. And it's your job the moment you touch the mic to figure out which one you got in front of you.
Have you ever signed an autograph as someone else?
Never.
No, you've never signed an Owen Wilson or Matthew McConaughey autograph?
No, and that's just like machismo and ego. Like, no, I'm me, dude.
Yeah.
It's a weird question. The weirdest one is,
you're a comic, so...
Are you that guy?
You always have to ask comedians...
Are you that guy?
They like to fuck with people.
Are you that guy? Like, think of the psychosis that goes into that question. I know the person means well, but are you that guy? Or are you him? Hey, are you him? And I'm like,
people say that out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, capital H? Like, am I him?
Him.
If I am, we're all going to bow down up in this elevator. I'm going to start laying some hands. Put some hands on somebody. Look at the game tape. I'm healing everybody. Jesus had a swimmer's build. That's why he had a following, that beautiful body like McConaughey. There's just no ocean. He was looking and walking around for the beach. What was your? You have a girlfriend who has a half white, half black child.
Ex-girlfriend who has a half.
Oh, she's the ex.
She's an ex. Yeah, but I love that kid though. Yeah,
You keep in touch with him?
Not right now. There's
Is his cell phone prepaid?
There's a lull. Yeah, he's got a burner.
The bit.
We're all wire.
I should let you explain the bit so people don't think I'm like whoa. Why?
Well, his dad is black and his mom is white, and he's 6. So a lot of stuff that he does for the first time in his life, and it's been cool for me because I can actually see like which half of him dominates certain activities, and I talk about how he thinks the LAPD are here to protect and serve. That's his white half.
Yeah, that's white.
And he's also scared of dogs. Black half. All black people are scared of dogs. And I go into a laundry list of half black, half white stuff. Like, I start off easy with not a real good dribbler, which is obviously a white half, and walks in slow motion crossing the street. That's the black half. I'm from Baltimore, so in case people don't know that,
I like you said that, like,
which we're going to get back to, by the way.
You said Baltimore, like I am black. I'm from. Look,
I was born in Baltimore.
What's that got to do with a half white or half black kid?
And I've sat through 3 intersections waiting for black guys to cross the street. Like, I don't know what it is about the other side of the street that gives black guys so much anxiety, but pick it up, man. I got shit to do.
Charlie Barnett used to have a great bit. Rest his soul. Charlie Barnett had a great bit about, like, he used to imitate white guys waiting for the light, and all he would do was just get up on his tippy toes, like just do that little bounce, like just white guys go up on their tippy toes for no reason. And, he would perform with no mic because he was like a street performer. And then he'd say, and then black, everyone now does, like, white people do this and black people, but like these guys, like, they fucking cleared the forest and made the road for everyone else to just hack that shit up.
Yep.
Like these guys, like Pryor and Charlie Barnett, like,
Richard Pryor,
they did it.
Yep.
And he goes, a black guy, he just crossed the street like this. And he would, like, go across the stage, like you said, like super slow, holding his dick. And he would go, fuck it, I should get there by payday. Because he'd go like, a white guy can't wait to get to work. Feet moving real fast. And he'd go up on his tippy toes at the light. And the black guy go to work, just take his time. Fuck it, I should get there by payday.
Yeah, I did that joke at Garrett Morris's club here in L.A., and he came over and high-fived me after. He's like, it's so true, so true. When you get that kind of cred, you know you got it right.
Garrett Morris?
Garrett Morris.
That's cred now?
SNL alum. That's cred enough.
What club does Garrett Morris have?
Downtown Comedy Club.
Is it downtown?
It's downtown.
And is it...
the green room is outside.
There's a barbecue pit.
People, there's always that old guy in a wheelchair wheeling himself backwards across the street. I've seen people with bleeding heads come up, ask for change. It's downtown LA is an outdoor insane asylum, and that's where the green room is. You stand out on the sidewalk, and that's what you deal with while you're waiting to get your time.
You said something interesting about the guy in the wheelchair that always pushes himself with his leg.
That's how you know you're in a bad neighborhood.
My wife always says, too, like, what is it about people in wheelchairs that they're so patriotic? There's always an American flag.
Yeah, they're always.
Like, what, you got the least to be patriotic about. You're at Topanga Canyon and PCH. The ocean's behind you. Hawaii is 5 hours due west by plane, and you're in a chair with a little net that you clean out a fish tank with, hoping for nickels and quarters.
That's it. They're all... That guy... Like, I feel like shit when I see that guy because they're usually hustling. Like, they're moving. They're going somewhere. I feel like I'm not doing anything with myself. That guy, I see him in every neighborhood. He's in every shitty neighborhood, pushing himself backwards.
Big flag.
With 1 foot and a big flag on the back of his wheelchair. Most patriotic guy.
They're almost like...
In your whole neighborhood.
Yeah, they're like wheelchair hoarders, too. Like, there's so much stuff. How about bicycle hoarders?
With, like, Ralph's bags hanging off the side. They look like they could float if they drove right into the water.
Damon Wayans' stuffed bunny from Colors somehow, like, tied to the side of the bike. I just want my bunny. That was for Colin. How have you actually waited that long for someone to cross the street?
Oh, my God.
You ever make a game of it? You ever just
we need to make a game of it.
Yell shit at them?
I watch them wait till the light starts ticking down, and then they go. No one wants they know nobody wants to hit them. Who's going to run over somebody?
Remember the first time
thing.
Remember the first time you saw the guy with the sign, "Why lie? I need a beer," and you were hammered with your friends, like, "Oh my God, it's honest!" And you realize, like, that's just like a hack sign. That's like doing a bit about airlines, like that.
It's
like,
an Asian accent.
I had a guy once when I was living in Manhattan on St. Mark's Place. I'm walking down Waverly Place and Broadway, and he was out there every day. Could you spare some change? Today's my birthday. Spare some change? Today's my birthday. I go, you said that yesterday, man. And he paused, huge smile. He goes, every day's your birthday now.
When you're homeless. I saw a guy, this is the most original guy I've ever seen.
It's February 4th. Holler.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Oh, yes. Unchained, nothing stays the same. Some things do stay the same. So some things do stay the same, and that is every Thursday, like clockwork. We're up in this piece. Mohr Stories. Hi, everybody. Come see me in Atlantic City, February 3rd at the Borgata Resort Spa and Casino. February 4th. Where are you, Patriot fans? Wicked Pissa. It's going to be retarded. I'm at Foxwoods Theater, February 4th. Atlantic City, Borgata, February 3rd, Foxwoods. Number 6th rated podcast in the entire world. We're glad you could make it. Of course, we got Matty Cohen, the wonderful podcast Bagged and Boarded. You can check his out. He's our producer and engineer. And we got this homeboy right here. Ryan Sickler is in the house. What's up?
I'm fired up to be here.